So Nikki Haley officially has dropped out of the 2024 presidential race. After getting trounced on Super Tuesday, the 52-year-old congratulated Trump, but didn't go as far as to endorse him, instead challenging him to get her supporters on his side. Haley said in her speech, "It is now up to Donald Trump to earn the votes of those in our party and beyond it who did not support him, and I hope he does that." Jeez. The audacity. Who are these supporters of hers that Nikki Haley thinks the orange man needs to get to, whose votes he needs to earn? Well, as Zero Hedge pointed out, a survey finds that 92% of her voters approve of Joe Biden's performance. Does that sound like Republicans even at all are supporting this? We're supporting this woman. In the article, and this is Zero Hedge got this from the Federalist, the exit polls about Nikki Haley's voters' views on Biden and the economy are wild. These results, which are from Virginia, show that 92% of Haley's voters approve of Joe Biden's performance as president, and 87% of Haley's voters say they're satisfied with how things are going in America right now. How delusional do you have to be satisfied with how things are going in America right now? And this isn't a new development. This is a story from The Hill back in January that said that showed that almost half of Haley supporters say they would vote for Biden over Trump, and that was in an Iowa poll. This shouldn't come as any surprise. Nikki Haley is another one of those creatures. You can call it the swamp. I think it's worse than the swamp. It's been around a lot longer than that term, the swamp. This from Free Pressers. Nikki Haley was a WEF, Young Global Leader. If you're not familiar with the Young Global Leaders, these are politicians that have been groomed and go through some training or something with the World Economic Forum, and they're placed like chess pieces into the governments around the world, and they do the bidding of the World Economic Forum and the dark globalists, I guess the best way to put it, that won't get this video dinged by the platform. Here in this article, the WEF, through the Young Global Leaders program, focuses on influencing geopolitics and global commerce through young politicians, sports stars, business leaders, and even young members of the Rothschild family. There's more. That's another video. If you do your own research, you'll find there's plenty out there about the Young Global Leaders. Emmanuel Macron of France, for example, is a Young Global Leader, just off the top of my head. And if you know what he's like, then this should speak volumes. Also, just a reminder, Nikki Haley, at one point during her campaign, endorsed the idea of making people verify their identity on social media. Such a conservative Republican thing to do, because that's what the founding fathers would have supported. As a matter of fact, didn't they write something like that anonymously when they were hiding their own identities and writing about freedom? Anyhow, interestingly, if you visit Nikki Haley's webpage, it still doesn't say anything about her dropping out of the race. I just thought that was quite interesting. It is about 7:30 on Wednesday, after Super Tuesday, following Super Tuesday, and it is still doesn't say anything about her dropping out of the race. One other point I just want to make, just to caution people, remember this woman's history. She was not only governor of South Carolina, but she was appointed UN ambassador by the Orange Man, who she has basically attacked ever since the J6 situation. So you got to ask yourself, how did that happen? And I think it's because I would offer, it's my humble opinion, that there's a larger game going on. There's an amorphous group that really controls everything. And the politicians, even the Orange Man, are chess pieces. I don't think he's a willing chess piece, but I think he is a chess piece, and I think he's been played on more than one occasion. Although, hats off to him for still standing, because he's obviously a threat, in my opinion, the way he's been treated.